Good afternoon. So here is my video of my Nearpod lesson that I have created for my students. This is a lesson I used last year when I was teaching with my kids, and it was something that they really enjoyed. We could do them all as a class together, where we'd go through and actually talk about the questions and learn it as a class. Or one of my favorite ways to do it was doing it student-paced, and that's how I'm going to show you today. I'm going to log in as if I were a student, and we would go through the lesson together to show you what the students see. So this is a really cool way for the students to be able to be learning new content and have the teacher be semi-regulating what they are learning. However, it also gives me as a teacher the free time to go and help certain students, give them remediation, help one-on-one, things like that. So the students would come to this page that you see here, and this teacher will give them a 5-digit code. And I have that code here on my teacher side. So I'm going to come over and put in that code so that we can look through it as if we were a student. So the student comes through and they put in the code and it shows the lesson for them. And I am going to, because this is my first time, it needs to know who the student is. So it linked it to my Google account, so I already know that it's Rachel Brown who's completing it. And it first brings the students to this page. It says Ancient Egypt, and it shows the students what the standards are as well, which also helps as a teacher. So the students use these blue arrows to navigate from slide to slide. So I'm just hitting that next button. There are essential questions like this one that just make the students think, and then they have a piece of paper that they must fill in to also fill in and make sure that they're following along. Then they have this section here. It tells them that they'll take them about 8 minutes to complete it, which is really nice. A lot of my students like to know how long they're going to be sitting within a lesson. And we'll continue on. So it has a poll, and this is a multiple choice question. It asks the students, how much do you already know about ancient Egypt? I know a lot, I know a little, or I don't know anything. And this is just a good way as a teacher to be able to tell how much your students know and how confident they feel. Then it's going to go through a variety of different questions, and I'm not going to answer them all just to show you the varieties that I've included. So this one is one where they'll be able to collaborate and they'll be able to see all their students' responses on this kind of whiteboard or corkboard. So what are the first things that come to mind when you hear the term ancient Egypt? So I could write pyramids. And so there's pyramids, and the other students can see that I've put that up there. Here is some information for the students to read. And then here is a virtual field trip of the Great Sphinx. So students can use this and they can navigate and move around and really look and see, which is really cool, just like they are there. Here's another collaborate question. And here's the main bulk of the lesson. So if they hit this little play button, it will take them to a video about grapes and the ancient civilizations. Here is another video for them. A collaborate question. Some more reading. This one is a match where they match the map. Here is another map where they draw, and they're going to take their little text box and they are going to label where on this map each of these things are. So for the Mediterranean Sea, they're going to type in here an A, and they are going to move that to where the Mediterranean Sea is. And this is just how this lesson is all in around. Here's another drawing question where they can go and they can even draw their answer. So they could draw, I'm just going to draw a smiley face just for now, just to show you kind of how that works. And so this is how this lesson goes. Once the students are completed, they have a final question that says, now how much do you feel like you know about ancient Egypt? So that's a cool way for me to see how much the students feel like they know at the beginning and how much they know at the end. Thank you. I hope you have